Breaking news, Liam's not a pedo. I really would not try to fuck you. I just want to put that out there.
The more you say I'm weird, the stupider you're making me feel.
People think this country is the best country in the world, and it's so not.
Your dick's like a pressure washer.
It is.
Mate, we had the funniest fucking thing happen to us. Can we talk about it, do you reckon?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, and so I need the two of you to settle an argument for me, if that's all right.
Okay, all right.
There's a big argument in our house at the moment. It's not a big argument, like we're not like breaking up or out. We might do. But
You said that with a smile on your face. That concerns
I'm thrilled. No, there's a big argument in the house at the minute, and I want you guys to hear the full story and then decide who was in the wrong.
Okay.
Right.
So, Beth went to work the other day. When she was going to work, she like brushed her teeth and all that good stuff, like you do. When she was leaving, she noticed that the air freshener in the toilet had fell out of the cistern thing and was just swimming around in the toilet bowl.
Okay.
She said she was running late for work, so she just left it there. I got up, I took a shit, and I flushed it and blocked the toilet.
Okay.
Who's in the wrong? I didn't know it existed. She wanted me to preface this because I said I was going to talk about this, and we've also told two of her friends.
Right.
But she wanted me to tell you that she was running late for work, as if that made it fine.
I think that's a bit of a game. It does influence things.
Right.
Late for work.
But that, I think it influences, like, if a shelf falls down, I'll probably fix it after work. But when the fucking air freshener falls in the toilet bowl, it's 10 seconds job, innit?
Yeah,
Put
but
it back in where
That's
it
a
goes.
good point. Like, if it takes
then you
less
wash your
than,
hands.
5 minutes, you can...
Yeah, you're not that
supposed to
late,
do
are
it.
you? Because I know that she got in the car and was, like, texting for a little minute, and then she drove off.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Which could have fired a text saying...
Yeah, but
shit
this
on
is
the air
it. I didn't know. Her
She could have
argument,
gave you a heads up as well.
her
Yeah, I didn't even
argument
think about that.
is that who doesn't look in the toilet before they have a shit.
I agree, though, but who doesn't look in the toilet?
Yeah,
when
that's
they're
that's
shit?
one of the things
And
I
I-
was also going to say.
I totally agree with you. I do look in the toilet. However,
Don't check for spiders or
yeah,
snakes.
not in Australia. Yeah.
Arms.
I found a spider in my toilet once.
Oh no, really?
What, just
really?
before you're about to... A big one?
Decent. I'd built a web.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
I was
my
like,
God.
man, you're not going to catch any flies there.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh god. I mean, you might if you leave the shit there.
Well, long enough. Yeah. Leave an air freshener below it, then block it up. Then,
Yeah.
then maybe this was a ruse by a spider to catch more flies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get the air
That's some
freshener
fucking logic you got there.
I've got the web, you've got the bait, let's get them.
Yeah, teamwork.
Synergy.
Maybe Beth's a spider. Plot twist.
So, her argument was, like I said, that I should have looked in the toilet. Now, I do agree to an extent. However, I sleep nude, and it was my morning shit. So I didn't have to, like, usually you pull your pants down and you face in the toilet when you do it, and then you turn around and you sit on it. I had my phone out, and I just went and sat on the toilet. And then I've shat on it.
Fucking disgraceful imagery in this story. I'm going to struggle to sleep tonight.
Don't worry about
It'll
it.
probably get
You're fine. You'll be fine. So I've then shat on the air freshener.
Yeah.
And then I thought there was something fishy that I couldn't smell. The
Yeah.
shit, to be fair. But I've then shat on the air freshener. I've wiped my ass. I've then covered it with the toilet paper. It's gone under and it's blocked the toilet. Like I say, who's in the wrong?
I think I am freaked out that you didn't check the toilet. Not even check. It's just it's in. I don't think I've the only time
Well, I
I've
was
ever
running late for
blindly
work.
sat-
No.
The only time I've ever blindly
You were running
sat
late
on
for
the
work?
toilet-
No, I was taking the piss.
Oh.
The only time I've ever blindly sat on the toilet is if it was like I was about to shit my pants. That's rare. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You always are looking in.
I feel like
So-
you're always about to shit yourself.
I mean, to be fair, I have made some poor dietary choices. Like liquid is my default setting.
Yeah.
I am lucky to have solids. But yeah, I do think that Beth could have, if she didn't want to touch, let's be honest, she didn't want to touch the shitty toilet water, did she?
Well, it
this
wasn't
is it.
shitty at the time, was it? It was just toilet water.
You can't help but, it's always shitty always.
Well,
all
it
the
feels
time.
weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
you
just
like, you
feels
know what
weird.
goes on in there.
Yeah,
You don't want
yeah.
to fish it out with your hand. But she could have used your toothbrush or something. That would have been... Imagine she'd done that.
Cut that
and
out.
then forgot
Give it a ride.
Don't
forgot
look
to
at
text
She
you.
listens to this.
Imagine she forgot to text you. By the way, you'd have been more annoyed about that. And then I would have been on your side.
Yeah.
If she'd
What,
used
so you're
your-
not on my side? Like you're firmly not on my side?
I'm kind of Switzerland on this. I think you're both
You think we should
slightly
put
fucked up.
You both have done something wrong there. I agree. She should have at least give you a heads up, or if she's not going to do it, give a heads up. That's that. I think you're right to that point, but then also I'm not saying do a fucking a trucker, lorry driver when they have to do like a 19-point check around the lorry before you go for a dump. But just quick look in the bowl, make sure there's no.
Yeah. No, I am inclined to agree. And if it was any other time of the day and I was dressed and stuff, then I would have. But I've just walked towards the toilet. I'm on my phone, not paying attention, half asleep, sat on it, done my shit.
You just, what? God, you millennials.
I know.
You, like,
You
just
make
wander
yourself
into
the
world.
Watching Phil Chapman videos.
Yeah.
I am Phil Chapman, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Why
I'd
not
forgive
judging
you if you. She's totally at fault if you were watching a Phil Chapman video. Maybe that's what she was sitting there on her phone doing in the car, just watching my latest reel from Instagram.
That's why she was running late for work. But yeah, so either way, doesn't really matter who's at fault. I tried to get it out, but my hands are too big. And the only person in the house that had smaller hands than me was Beth. So, long story short.
Surely at this point, it's too far down.
No, see, it's got stuck. It's one of those wide ones, and it has got completely stuck. It took us about 5 days to notice because,
where's the poo?
Huh?
Where's the poo you poo?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's encased in the air freshener that she had to pull out.
God, that's disgusting.
And it's about 5 days worth as well.
But it was a wide. Wait, is a wide air freshener or a wide pipe?
A wide air freshener. So
Have you not heard of like coat hangers and stuff? Like to fish stuff
That
out
would've
of the
been a better
toilet?
idea. I mean, it wasn't my problem. You know what I mean? I went to do it, and then I was like, "Oh, wait."
Thinking it's her fault. That's what all this is. Just backing up him.
Of course, it's her fault. Let's break it down properly. I mean, would have helped it flush. But if we're breaking it down, the only person that knew it was there was her. I didn't know it. She's seen it.
Yeah.
She's seen it in there and went, "Oh, Aaron will deal with that." Spoiler alert, I didn't.
Yeah.
And now it blocked the toilet.
But
The only person that knew it existed was her.
I think you've come in with this argument, and one of the things that is a problem for you in this argument is Beth is not here to defend herself.
yeah, that's
So
true.
she hasn't got a right of reply. So we're kind of acting on her behalf here.
Well, funnily enough, she's still trying to get the air freshener out of the toilet. So it's been 4 days.
She's stuck in the bog now.
Yeah.
Like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer won't let go of the can because he says, "Let go of the air freshener, Beth." Oh yeah.
Last time I seen her, she'd put a sheet over the toilet and was just sitting there like a spider. Yeah.
Set up camp in the bog.
Because we've told her friends, I've basically given Beth's entire argument to you. Her argument was who doesn't look in the toilet.
But
first.
I mean, you are neglecting to acknowledge your negligence there. There's negligence.
That's two negligences there.
You neglected to
Been
acknowledge your
negligent
negligence.
twice.
Yeah, that's double bubble.
I think if we're being honest, she's probably at fault for not giving you the heads up.
Thank you.
But
I'll take that. No, that's
at the
it.
same
No,
time,
don't
wanna
worry.
be honest.
Don't worry. I've heard.
You were still at fault in some way.
Which is normal, to be fair,
Yeah.
in any given situation.
Both parties are to blame. If this was a Judge Judy or whatever, what was it, Judge Rinder?
I feel like if
Yeah, Matt, go on Judge Rinder. That'd be awesome. What a
Wear that hoodie. It'd be good promo for the podcast.
I feel like if her and I are in a car and then somebody runs out in front of it and I'm just on the phone, like she's driving, I'm on the phone, someone runs out in front of the car and then she hits them with the car, she can't then be like, "Oh, my bad. Like, it's actually your fault because you didn't see them." I don't know. I've got lost in my
you
own
didn't
analogy.
see-
terrible analogy.
I hadn't planned that analogy in my head.
That's the
But
worst
my point
analogy
is,
I've ever heard. How do you get from driving a car as a passenger to shitting on an air freshener? Unless the air freshener was hanging from the rearview mirror and swung in her way, and she was like, "I need you to be the ass." Giant air freshener.
yeah, I'm quite glad that you've made it somehow make sense. I appreciate it. So yeah, like I said, she's
Oh no,
driving.
it's a pine tree. Constantly trying to get out of the way of.
I'm glad you went for pine tree rather than a big fuck off jelly bean.
Yeah. Driving through the jelly bean forest.
I didn't even make the link that a pine tree is the shape of an air freshener. I just thought he'd seen a pine tree while he was driving along. I was like, where's
See what that was? That was a good analogy.
yeah.
We're back on track again.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, appreciate you. But yeah, so like I was saying, she's driving along, the air freshener goes and blocks her view. I don't know it's blocked her view. She hits a kid who's at fault. It's still her. She was driving.
Well, if she didn't tell you that the view's blocked.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just going to say,
Should we move
if
on?
you're in the wrong, because then that means we can...
We can wrap it up.
Have you ever had to, like, unblock a toilet before?
You asking me?
Yeah,
Yeah. What
yeah.
did you? Are you in the room?
No, have...
Just about 4 days ago. What? Yeah, but like I was there, project managing.
Project managing, just stood like a dad at a
Not very well
barbecue.
because you didn't use the fucking coat hanger situation.
Yeah,
Or you can get one of those big sticks. I've got one in the house. It's like a big long.
How often
like,
does this
A
happen?
turd stick.
never happens in ours because I'm prepared. I've got a big long. It's like a big wire thing, and then you stick it down, and then you press the end like that, and it's got a little grabber on the end like that.
Oh, like a
And
spider catcher.
Yeah, it comes out and goes.
But I'm assuming it's not just for toilet blockages.
No, you stick it down any plug hole.
Oh,
and
okay.
Get the hair.
If you ever go to Phil's, don't go near his spider catcher. 'Cause
Well, it's in the bog. Like if anyone's playing with it or touching it, it's their own fault.
yeah.
I'm like, it's there next to the bog. You know what it's there for. It's right next to the toilet brush. You should work out. This is not a toy.
Yeah, you don't start. The only
Yeah.
time you start playing is like if you forget your phone, you just read the back of the bleach.
Yeah.
Solvent abuse can kill instantly. Mad. Anyway.
That's what we had to do back in the day.
Read
The back of
bleach.
the bleach or the
Oh,
shampoo.
man.
See whether if it was worth sniffing or not.
Yeah, drinking.
That was the
someone's
Anfield coming out in you. Just at a house party, like,
I got gaslit by an old. The reason I've gone quiet is I'm half traumatized by it by an old uni roommate. I blocked the toilet, and I had to
Unusual for you.
unblock
All your
it.
liquid.
Exactly.
Bowels.
To be fair, it was actually unusual.
Yeah.
I blocked the toilet, and you know, you're a student, you don't have a fucking clue how to be an adult, how to live. It was the first time I'd ever had to unblock a toilet, and I was like, I didn't have a plunger, didn't have no utensils or nothing.
utensils. Leave his ladles alone. Imagine that's your
Cut it
first
up with a
thought.
knife and fork.
The fucking toilet is completely blocked, so you're like, right, where's my pizza cutter?
Yeah. Potato masher.
Yeah. Where's the tin opener? I need to get this shit out of the toilet.
Well, I'm a dumb fuck for common sense as well. So like, I didn't really consider options. I was just like, shit, there's shit in there. It needs to be broken up somehow, and I don't want to get it on my hand. So I went to my mate who I was living with. I was like, mate, can you help me? I've just blocked the toilet. Like, I'm thinking of putting a carrier bag over my hand to protect my hand. Cause we
Sorry
don't have
to
rubber
interrupt
gloves,
you.
just like that.
We didn't have any gloves either.
Yeah.
You could go to the shop, you know.
Yeah.
I know.
You don't have to block it right there. Like it doesn't. It's not going anywhere.
We didn't.
You can just be like, let's.
And I
go to
knew
Tesco.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beth was running late for work. So we
Common
didn't.
sense is in short supply, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have. I was so panicked about the blockage that I just didn't think.
I would forgive a student more for getting a carrier bag and thinking, is this bag for life or
Well,
back in the day of classic
when I was suggesting the carrier bag,
shell suit bag?
that's what I was aiming for.
Yeah.
Just like something sturdy, like a fucking not like
Sturdy.
Yeah,
Nothing
sturdy.
sturdy about a Tesco
so
carrier
those
bag.
not
from
the
the
clear
early
ones,
2000s.
those thick ones. Do you know what I mean? There's a bit of thickness
Back
to
for
them.
life.
No, it was pre-bag for lifetimes.
That's what I mean. They're not sturdy.
So anyway,
I mean, it's plastic, but
I never got to find out because I was
You ask a
suggesting.
turtle. It's pretty sturdy.
I was suggesting that I do that, and I said it to me mate, what do you think of this idea? Thinking that he could help me out, and he convinced me that using the bag was a bad idea because the bag might get stuck in the toilet and that'll make things worse.
I mean, you've got hold of the bag. That'd be fucking impressive.
I just
Yeah.
believed him, and he pretty much like lied to
You
me.
do
so
give
that
like follower vibes, though.
that's it.
like-
I just followed blindly. He was a physics student too, as well, so I'm like,
Really?
man knows physics.
Made of
Is-
British
and
education.
what does he do now?
these days. Both of you made it into university.
It's impressive,
I mean,
isn't it?
He's now an astrophysicist. He is literally like doctorate, PhD astrophysicist. Watch his podcast.
What's his name?
Danny.
Give him a little plug.
To be fair, I don't think it's. I don't think
You're
it's
a piece of
Danny's
shit.
fault. I think it's more like his judgment of you, who's like he's gonna go in with this fucking plastic bag on his hand, and he's so thick he's gonna lose the plastic bag somehow.
he didn't truly believe that. He just convinced me to go in barehanded without the plastic.
Oh well, that's your mate mugging you
Yeah,
off, and you didn't know.
Exactly.
I wouldn't call that
I mean, Danny's a
gaslighting
fucking
either.
genius.
Would you not know?
I wouldn't really call that classified as gaslighting.
But okay,
I would have classified it as someone
He
more of a
convinced
prank.
himself he's getting gaslit every
Yeah,
week. By
yeah.
somebody.
He convinced me that he had my best interest. Like he convinced me that he had my best interest at heart, and that I wasn't going to make the situation worse. Like I truly believed the bullshit he gave me.
Yeah.
So you believe
think that's
that
an
your
issue with
friend had your best interests at heart?
in university. Age what? 19?
The more you're
18.
saying, the more you're saying words.
Yeah.
The stupid that you're making me feel. I smushed up a ship barehanded for no good reason. I decided to tell everyone on the podcast that I'm sad now. I thought at least I'd be able to like get it out there that my mate's a piece of shit, but he's just
No,
fucking-
we think he's genius.
Yeah.
Shout out that guy.
Yeah.
He did get a PhD.
Is he coming to your stag?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm
I'll be
not
at the
trusting a
wedding
word he
as well.
says.
You should send this in as a question on his podcast. If it's that smart, all these brainiacs all of a sudden.
He watches our podcast, so I mean,
Oh. So he's going to see this?
yeah, he'll see this.
What's his name?
Danny.
Danny, you're a cunt.
I thought you were going to call
How
him a
dare you
genius.
fucking tell him to get shitty hands because you...
Wanted to laugh.
Yeah, well, to be fair, that's quite funny.
Yeah, it's just funny. I don't.
If the
I take it
tables are
back.
turned,
You're
I'd
quite a
love
sound
to-
guy.
I'm quite surprised you're not on his side, to be honest. Like, it's, I'm
I'm still hot.
I mean, I would have done the same.
I would
have
do
convinced
it
him
now.
to take the...
Yeah.
A doctor fucked me over as well. Because of that, I had it in my head that I'd never want to fish in a toilet again. And I was having like
How
fucking...
often do you fish in the toilet? Sitting around like an Eskimo.
How poor
ice
were
fishing.
you
Once
that you
was
couldn't go
enough.
to a reses?
like an Eskimo.
Little
brown
bucket
fish.
next to you.
A little fucking basin for his keep net.
I was having some digestive issues. I went to the doctors and the doctor said they needed a stool sample. And because of this, I was like, I don't want to be fucking... What's the mechanics of it, doc? Do a shit straight into the tub because it doesn't look like that's possible. They were like, that's ridiculous. What you should do is you just should pad out the toilet with... I can't believe we're still talking about shit in toilets, by the way.
It's
at
only
this
been
point.
16 minutes, don't worry about it.
Fucking hell. I padded out the toilet with like... She told me to pad out the toilet with loads of toilet roll and then do your shit, and then it's just on top of the toilet paper, and you get like a little tiny spoon with the tub that you can like scoop it out into. Now, what she...
like a screwball. Little piece of
There's a
gum
chewy
at the bottom.
yeah.
That's still attached to your shit.
What she didn't account for was the force and speed that it'd shoot out of me, and I just broke through every layer of toilet paper, and then not only had to fish through shit, I had to like fucking meander between all the fucking ripped
Had
up
you
toilet
learned your
paper.
lesson at this point and used a carrier bag? Or were you still
No, I didn't.
How cheap was your
Barebacking
toilet
it.
paper
Yeah, bareback
that you
it.
couldn't survive a bit of shit?
Home bargains, that's good deals, mate. I just fucking...
Yeah, you had that toilet paper where you put your finger through it and then you catch your arsehole, don't you? That's
Yeah.
the best stuff.
That's a common occurrence.
This is
That.
the start of the pandemic and you were rationing?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was a bit younger, but not that younger. I'm really embarrassed by it.
You seem to share a lot of really embarrassing stories.
Yeah, there's more, but it's all poo related, and I'm worried that we've been on the one topic for too long.
Speaking of bags of shit, I went to a christening yesterday.
Can I just interrupt a second? What is the point in a christening?
I've no idea. I think it's to do with schools. Like, who was it? I guess was saying that, like, it was Rob Thomas. Yeah, he said that, like,
Yeah, you got to do it to get
go
into
better
certain
schools.
schools.
Stuff, but
Religious ones?
yeah.
Why you asked?
Well, I'm not.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but
A lot of the time, you don't have control over your christening because you're 6 months old.
in Ireland, you have to do it within 6 weeks, otherwise you don't get into heaven. or whatever.
Really?
Oh right, yeah. It just shows how fucking stupid. Because like my
Your pass
goddaughter's
gets
a year
denied.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They must have made accountances. Heaven must have made accountances for the COVID thing. They must have had a backlog of people coming in anyway.
you just get up to heaven, the guys with an oracle. He's like sifting through a
St.
filing
Peter's
cabinet.
fucking fuming. He's got a list of that.
Masks on, masks on.
Yeah, I went to a christening. I went to my goddaughter's christening yesterday. Shout out my goddaughter. She's absolutely brilliant.
Is she a
Big fan.
listener?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I hate children. My goddaughter's great because she doesn't talk yet. That's a really important detail. She's fantastic. But there was a lot of children there that can talk, and I hate them.
Yeah. I wish I could call you a bad person, but I'm not very like child oriented. I don't know how to say it.
Breaking news: Liam's not a pedo.
Yeah,
We're surprised too.
I don't like messiness. Surprising for the guy who fucking breaks up shit with his bare hands, but I don't like like my mum said when I was a kid and you do that pasta collage thing, I came out the nursery with one piece of pasta glued on the paper because I just don't like mess. So kids have all like food on the faces and shit all over the faces, and I'm like, I don't want you. I'm not like a proper clean freak, but at the same time I don't want them to.
Yeah, there was a buffet and
Much like they don't want me to touch them.
yeah, there was a buffet yesterday and a kid ate a sausage roll, and then like 8 minutes later, we only had one, and then 8 minutes later he came off the bouncy castle and came to get a drink, and the sausage roll was still in his mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
savage.
They're fucking disgusted,
is,
aren't they? And I genuinely, like, he spent that much time hitting me in the arm. I feel like I had the vaccine yesterday. like, he just started beating the fuck out of me for no reason.
You can tell him to stop.
Yeah,
Get away.
you can't you, Phil? I wish I'd have thought of that. I did 18 times.
That sounds like you getting at it. You're letting him away with it. After the first 3 times, you just...
Well, he's got no teeth now. That's why he took so long with the sausage roll.
Sean Connery principle.
yeah, just demon children. There was a bouncy
wanted.
castle though, which was fantastic. I played on the
Oh,
bouncy
you didn't
castle.
go on, did you?
Oh, of course I did.
Someone that hates hates kids, like that's...
Yeah, but that's how you can beat them. That's how you can batter
jumping
them
in the
without
ring with
it
him.
being like...
Do what I do, lock yourself in the bog. Start unscrewing the air freshener.
Unscrewing? There's some fucking heavy duty air freshener you've got. These be screwed into the fucking system. How much pressure
Mate,
is your
you need
piss?
it screwed in. You're just going to fall it off.
It's fucking, your dick's like a pressure washer.
It is. You've heard. My reputation precedes me.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like when you go on the bounce castle, that's where you can batter them without it like looking like you are battering them.
You
know what I mean?
fucking 2-footing them and that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. 2 of them
People's
cried.
elbow.
2 of them cried. I'm not
really?
kidding. Yeah. Because I just grabbed his legs from underneath him. Yeah.
Call him a fucking rat. When you
Yeah. Oh, mate, they were dickheads. Yeah. They were great, but also dickheads. Like, I hate them, but I was a big fan. Do you know what I mean? Because he just reminded me of me when I was a kid because they were bellends and I loved it. Yeah.
Every kid's a bellend now, aren't they?
Yeah.
You see kids and you're like, oh God, you'd regret that if you knew about it when you grew up. Even till about the age of 25.
Do you have any kids?
Oh God, no. Unbelievably careful.
Pressure washer dick pulls out first and then there's onto the stomach.
That's why they call me the pressure washer, because I
It's all on the
clean that
outside.
patio.
Yeah. Stick it out the window. No, I want to, if anyone ever shows up in my house, like in 15, 20 years time and says, you're my dad, I want to be able to say with full sincerity, get the fuck off my property. And I've air of doubt.
How old are you now?
39.
39 and you're 15, 20 years.
I don't know. What age would I? I don't know age. I'd probably have
You'd
kids
be
now if
59.
I'd be... Would be 50. That's
You'd be
the
59.
perfect...
You'd be 59.
Yeah, that'd be the
years.
perfect time for
That's the
kids to
start.
show up.
Yeah, oh, show
Midlife
up.
crisis. Got the Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
Kids showing up.
Yeah. What
One
kind of
piece
Ferrari?
that coin. I don't know anything about cars. I just know the name.
yeah.
I don't know,
Same,
it's just
mate,
one
yeah.
thing, Ferrari.
I once seen a guy's Tinder bio, not because I had men on my
Looking.
Tinder.
Yeah.
It's okay.
A guy,
do you.
he just put it on Twitter. He was like, I would drive. His bio was, I drive a Mercedes, and it was a Mercedes Sprinter van. It's like, yeah, king shit.
That's a good joke, though, if he's done that as an ironic thing.
Yeah.
Because a girl might be like, oh, he's quite funny.
You won't have that, will he?
Nah, probably not.
That's a lack of self-awareness there, definitely. But yeah, man, christening, I couldn't think of anything fucking... I don't see the... Why do the parents want it to happen yet for the school thing, but why invite all your relatives there? Do they give money? Is that what...
Yeah,
Rob said?
yeah, you get like gifts and stuff and like bits of money. I mean, not loads because we come from a very working class family. I think a lot of it is just, you know,
Getting pissed, innit?
yeah.
get
Like there was
bladdered.
just
have your relatives look after your kids. For
it
you.
was.
Yeah.
It
It's 'cause
felt
the
like
mum can drink now.
it felt like a school canteen in that there was just loads of little cliques where people like there was like a simmering tension all day.
Oh,
Do you
she
know what I mean?
doesn't get...
Did he get-
Sheila doesn't get on with
The other
Uncle
people that got
Tommy.
along were the kids of those families. Do you know what I mean? Those
Yeah,
individual people.
Did he get released at any point? Was there any dramas?
No, unfortunately not. That's the only reason I went. I was just sat there staring at it.
Waiting for the pressure cooker
Yeah.
to blow, yeah.
Yeah, that's why
Just
I was
two
like
camps.
knocking out their kids.
I've got a question. Beth didn't tell me about the air freshener. What do you guys think?
You listen here and you listen good, right?
Trying to kick it
That
off.
bit in the church where he's like, has anyone got anything they'd like to say?
I mean, that
Like,
didn't happen at christenings. That doesn't happen at christenings. I got
Does it
placed.
not? Oh, they should do that. They should do that at every church event.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why this child shouldn't be christened? You're like, yes,
Open a
it's
forum.
a devil.
Yeah, they don't know who the dad is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got given a card, and it was like, as Godfather, you agree to constantly allow Christ to be in my goddaughter's life.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna
you're
say
the
name.
Godfather?
Huh?
You're the Godfather?
Yeah.
He said that before.
So I just... Why?
Oh,
What do you bring to the table?
let's put it this way: if you met my cousin, I am not the worst choice. I love my cousin a
way
lot.
to say a horrible thing. Well done.
No, I feel like she'd agree. I wouldn't be. No, just I didn't mean it necessarily about my cousin. Just like in my family. Yeah. Like if I was her best option, which is terrifying. It is. I'm with you. But there's also, rather me than an alcoholic.
So that means anything happens to them, you are a dad.
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah. I mean, no, because flights and that. Switzerland, as you were saying. That was dark, that wasn't it? I feel really bad instantly.
You don't want to go to Switzerland. Nah. Tax is too high there. You want to go to somewhere like, don't know, Ecuador. There's no extradition treaty with Ecuador. Panama. Get to Panama.
Okay, good.
Nice
You've been looking up how to avoid the most wanted list.
Yeah. No, it's because I'm a godfather as well. Looked into
okay.
this kind of stuff.
So he's got his escape clause.
Yeah.
I would decline. I would decline if anyone asked me to be a godfather. I'm not religious, so it just feels like insincere. But that's the get out of jail free card.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not religious at all. Neither was any of my family. Like, we were just sat there while the woman was like giving out pure Jesus vibes.
Did you get any presents for it?
I got some clothes and stuff. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
No, I got them clothes. I didn't.
I got a wine glass, an engraved wine glass.
Yeah, she's got 2 kids, so I did the first time round.
Yeah.
But there's 2 kids, less budget now.
Yeah. Budget shrunk.
Yeah.
I got a wine glass for both.
Oh really?
Saying thanks for being my godfather. Thanks for being godfather.
Yeah. Which is which?
Which wine glass? Yeah, because they're engraved.
They got the name.
It was signed.
I got some dog tags, but we lost them. They're in the toilet somewhere. Yeah, in a plastic bag. We stored them. Yeah.
Thank you for your service. That sort of thing. Yeah.
Imagine someone found them. Freaking out. What happened?
Never knew Grandpa was a soldier.
Never knew Grandpa was a plumber.
What's up, guys? The podcast is growing and we're dead happy, but we need your help.
What we need is for you to start sending us in your most embarrassing moments, the worst things that you've ever done to yourself or someone else, and most importantly, what you want to get off your chest.
So email us in at spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com, and if it's not shit, we'll read it out in a future episode. But I've got faith in you. It'll be fine. Pause it here. Go and send us something in, and then we'll read it out. Do it.
And as always, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, give us 5-star ratings on all the platforms that'll let you do it. It just means that more people will find us, and it's a big, big help.
Like we said, the podcast is growing quicker than we expected, and we're buzzing with the support. We really are, but we want to grow bigger. If you can, please keep telling your friends about us. Drop the link to the episode into your group chats and help us spread more negativity. You're the greatest. We love you. Let's get back to the episode.
My barber's a porn star.
Your barber is a porn star.
Yeah, he was on Mild High.
Oh, the guy got his massive chopper out.
Irish bull, yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He's a barber.
He touched that seat. Yeah, he's a barber as well.
The dick touched this seat.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, wow.
It's that long. You have to roll it back
I wonder
up
if I'll get
Touched
any
the
of his
door from
powers.
there. Yeah. His powers.
Yeah. Absorb any of his strength.
So he's a porn star and a barber.
Yeah.
That's...
He's like starting out in porn and then.
Oh, right.
does barber
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So that's that's a love for hair, right, isn't it? If you're on Pornhub with 400 million views, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he does. So I know a porn guy.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
interesting.
I imagine it's not like a normal day at work. Like.
No, you'd sort of get enjoyment out of it, I imagine.
So do you reckon though, or do you think it'll be like that fucking old caveat of like if you're a waiter, and you're serving people cups of coffee all day, the last thing you want when you come home is a cup of coffee?
Well, saying that, I used to work in a coffee shop and I loved coffee.
Okay, so you just instantly.
But then I
shit
could
all
see
over
where,
argument.
like, I imagine
Yeah,
if you
but-
work in McDonald's or something like that, you get sick of McDonald's. Or...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but also, like, you say you loved coffee, but your throat doesn't start to hurt after too many cups of coffee, does it?
I think he does the shagging. I don't think he's sucking anyone off. I think he's the male in the
Okay, well, his
situation.
dick will still hurt. You know what I mean? I didn't want to judge the guy, but you know, like your dick hurts if you wank too much in a day.
Never had a gay for pay. No, if I'm being serious, you never ever gave.
Is this one of your Danny's fucking stories again?
No, it's
Yeah.
Hey, Liam, they're all doing it at uni.
Convinced me not to put a plastic bag on it. So I got gonorrhea.
Yeah, gay for pay's the thing. Apparently, like for male performers, it's harder to get work, but obviously, if you work gay, there's more work for you. So a lot of straight men who want to get into porn will go gay for pay. Seen it on a Channel 4 documentary.
I have heard of that, yeah, and it is a thing.
It's a legit thing. Yeah. Would you go gay for pay?
Oh yeah, but I'm broke, so it's not really a fair test, is it? I'd do most things. You know what I mean? Why do you think I was battering them kids? You know? I was getting paid. I was taking odds. Who's going to cry first?
That's true. We did a gig together once. I think I mentioned it in passing on this. We did a gig together once, and there was like, the audience member who's just very loud. They want to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
I don't even count with that more than enough time.
Which one's this?
It was in the one in Landudno.
Oh yeah.
This fella in the break after I'd been on, Aaron was comparing. He was saying to me like, "Oh, I loved it. You're trying to book me for a private function and that, asking me to name a price, and that's rare for me." So I was like, "Oh, how do I value myself here?" And I was trying to play coy. He mentioned like £1,000 at one point, and I was just playing it, which is way too much. For
like
me.
he's not been in touch.
Yeah, at all. But I was trying to play coy, and Aaron didn't know about this conversation. And then when Aaron was comparing,
So who's at fault? I didn't know, so who's at fault? Just because you had to put your fucking hand in his ass to get the fucking air freshener out doesn't mean that it's my fault. I didn't know. You've just, there you go. The whole argument from before, Beth was at fault, okay? You've just said it there. I didn't know.
No.
So I'm absolved of all responsibility the same way with the same thing. Sorry.
It's not the same thing.
He
just basically like in passing, he brought up that he was talking to me in the bar, and I think Aaron was trying to say that I'd do anything with him if he wanted me to, and I'd do anything for 50 quid. I'm like, mate, you could con me out of a grand.
Oh, mate, yeah, you've conned him out there.
But again, I didn't know.
He was going to get but you've also pimped him out there.
Yeah.
Because he was thinking it was a gig.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
And you're like, no, he'll suck you off for 50 quid.
That's true. I didn't even
Imagine
think about
if
that part of it.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. I did you a favour. Again, I like Phil, actually. He's got me out of 2 potential arguments.
So who's a worse person? Who's fucked me over more? You for doing that? Or me,
him for not calling.
Or me mate for convincing me to smush up a shit.
Well, he's lost your money. Your mate just
laughed at me.
Shit.
You're a bigger dickhead than that guy.
Because you were going to get him to give a blowjob for 50 quid when he was going to do it, just a gig for £1,000. I mean, that is kind of... You
messed with the scales there. I had no breathing room.
You've kind of undersold him there. You pimped him out. I mean, you got to take a cut.
If he says
he'll do stand up for £1,000, but he'll suck you off for 50 quid.
That's what I mean.
But I would do. I'd do the gig for 30, but like, that's not the point. That was then.
Fucking Spiky Michael here, this.
Spiky Michael here, and you'll get there, and instead of a microphone, it'll just be a dick. Oh, by the way, fees lower.
Will he make me do me set into it? Whatever keeps
you on.
Lad. Did you go uni?
Did I go to uni? Yeah.
It's a right turn, that, isn't it?
No,
trying to suck you off.
Yeah, you're still paying off that debt.
Nah. I did a lot of £1,000 gigs, sucking people off left, right, and centre. I did that right off. I went to uni when it was like cheap.
Why'd you think he was addicted to coffee? He was up all night sucking dick.
Yeah. I like my coffee with a bit of extra cream.
I thought you were going to go for the colour thing, but...
The colour thing, lads. Yeah, we got it, Liam, don't worry.
Yeah, I just thought I'd put...
Yeah, thanks for being vague, mate.
I make jokes as well.
Black coffee.
Yeah, in case
black coffee.
You weren't sure.
Yeah,
Aaron said it, not me. Cancel him.
And large.
You mean grande?
Yeah,
do it for a grande.
Venti. I like my cocks venti.
Where did you go? Where did you go to uni?
John Moore's.
All right, so you're like in Liverpool and that. So you say it was cheaper. Like, is this... I think I got it cheaper too.
How old are you?
I'm 31. So like literally the year or two after me got it for like... I had to pay like $9,000.
Yeah. Well, ours was in the same. Was that, what, $3,000 a year?
Yeah, so we had the
$3,000 a year.
Still resent it.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. It was totally fucking ripped off. And then they used to pay for like £1 for a printed sheet of paper or whatever. It was like 15p a sheet, and you're like,
fucking bullshit.
There's 100,000 kids in this university. You charge them 15p for a sheet of paper, you shit house. Yeah, that was back in the day. Yeah. What year did you go? Graduate?
I graduated 2000.
He went in 2009, graduated 2018.
I did go in 2009. Hey, I was a good student, mate. I was a terrible student. I have a good memory. So I managed to not go much. But I did the work like last minute. Just read a bunch of stuff last minute. Mate, the first year of my uni degree was multiple choice, which is perfect for someone like me with a good memory.
Abacus.
But literally just what? I've got 25% chance of getting it right.
Yeah.
And just deduction, just smashed it.
That was my whole schooling, multiple choice.
Multiple choice, yeah.
Old school. Just like guess. Done.
Give it a
Scantron tests.
I never went to uni. I was an apprentice barber for a long time.
See, that's a good thing. Didn't think fancy
And
going into porn afterwards.
No, I do have an 11-inch cock though. That's it's part of it. You've got to be a barber now. You've got to have a massive
Got a good
cock.
name for it as well, Aaron Woods.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Aaron the Wood.
Yeah. I got it, mate.
He
winked at me as well.
I was trying to give you ideas for porn names.
I'm good. Okay. Big Wood would have been better. Aaron Big Wood.
Look down their noses at people to do porn.
That's it. You got it, haven't you? Yeah.
Well, like you never went to uni. Did you like have that student experience any other way?
No.
Because I had mates who
never.
didn't go, but would like kind of like.
He says he's poor now.
Yeah. I mean that. I thought you meant like the shagging bit, and like just the.
Do you think
That doesn't happen
do you think
at
I had the
university. Loads of
shagging
people
bit?
think you shag everyone, but it's literally just trying.
Just
A lot of
to say
trying
what we want.
and a lot of failing.
Yeah, it was just primarily failing for me.
Yeah. Same here. Especially when he brings this plastic bag out.
Don't sit on my toilet. There's a web there. I'm taping it.
Never end on that story, Liam.
Where did you go to uni?
I went Liverpool uni.
Did you?
I went to uni off.
Uni
Yeah.
off. Oof.
Yeah.
This guy.
Fucking big things there.
Yeah.
Went straight into like a house with me mates from like sixth form. You know, instead of like going to halls and
Meeting people.
meeting people.
Yeah.
Which
Classic mistake.
I know. To be fair, I did meet loads of people, but I'd go to their halls, but then I'd see loads of eggy situations. Like I know a few people who were in like eggy situations in halls. What was like your halls like? Did everyone get on, or was
What was
there,
an
like,
eggy situation?
just like just an atmosphere of people not getting on, or one person's flat like everyone in it was this like they'd go out together, they'd go out drinking and stuff, and then there was like one international student who just wanted to work and study, and I just felt so sly on them because the
Cliche.
parties, you know what I mean? Party. I mean, I'm saying I feel sly on them. I was at the parties while they were trying to study, but
Yeah, there was weird. Like I lived in a house, but it was not like it was a student hall's house.
yeah.
So it was like five in a house. It was little 3-story townhouses. It was just like a big neighborhood, and it was great. And everyone to the left of us hated, for some reason, our little corner.
It's like when you see a rival school on the bus, and
Yeah.
it's like mooning them.
Yeah. But they just hated us for some weird reason. They just never spoke. Like all these houses around here were mates.
Yeah.
And then this area was mates. It was like a clear divide, and it was at our house.
Really?
We fucking hated the next door neighbours.
And then like every Sunday they'd have to gather around the kitchen, and that one of them would get eliminated.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Love Island.
Did you ever have
Love
any
halls.
like?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any kickoff?
That was there was loads of kickoffs.
Yeah.
It was like there was a scrap at one point.
Oh, really?
Like, I remember being such a bad. I was like,
You stare at.
yeah, and like I.
That was in the toilet with his wooden spoon.
They told me when I left, they went, "You were on your last morning before getting chucked out."
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, "You were about to." They're like, if there hadn't been like a month left, we were going to chuck you out.
This is where everyone
the
was
uni
dead
guys
silent.
or like your
The
flatmates?
university,
Right.
not the.
I
Oh
was
no, the
gonna
guys
say,
I live
who
with
your
fucking love me.
flatmates think they are?
I carried on living with all of them apart from one. I think after I left. Yeah, I lived with everyone in the house apart from one lad who I didn't really like.
Oh, since then in another flat.
In the next, we moved to a house then.
I just point blank couldn't move out with fucking loads and knobhead like uni shoes. I can't abide mess. I just can't. And like you see these videos, like I would genuinely, like I would kill a man. I would kill a man.
Yeah, well, like when
they
I
would
see
die
kids now,
in a
I'm
fire.
like,
I lived with like one of my old mates. And I just remember I spent like I say, I'm a proper clean freak. I'm a little bit like, it makes me anxious if there's loads of mess everywhere. And when I lived with one of my old mates, I spent like all morning like cleaning the entire flat. And it wasn't a big flat, but I spent like 3 or 4 hours on it, like a fucking proper toothbrush in the tiles jobby. And we were quite clean anyway, like he wasn't messy at all. And and then he'd been in the bed like hungover with his missus all morning, and they'd ordered Domino's while I was cleaning. Ate the Domino's, that's all fine, no big deal. Then she came out and the fucking Domino's box is massive. It wouldn't fit in the bin. So she just like left it on top of the bin, and I nearly lost my fucking mind. Do you know what I mean? And that was like, we were clean. Like he and I were pretty clean, and so was she. But just like that alone was enough to like do my head in. So I couldn't imagine like fucking like you see these like TikTok videos of like what it's like. I would kill someone. Like I actually genuinely, I feel like it would be like my 13th reason. Like I would go to prison. I would kill a person.
I did have a go. One of my warnings was for having a go at the clean. There was a cleaner who came around once a week and did the communal areas.
You just had a fucking cleaner.
She just did the kitchen.
Still sick though.
That's sick though.
No, but they didn't, like, if there was messy, they wouldn't clean that up. It would just be wiping down, you know, like.
Right. But then also because of that, it also gives like people a get out. Oh, I'm not cleaning it. Fucking
leave it to
the cleaner.
But they had to wash up. But I went away for like a week and came back, and I was walking down the way, and there was like a lady walking from the office, and I recognized her, and I was like, she's going towards our house, and then she opened the doors to our house, like she knew I was behind her, and went in, and I walked in with a suitcase behind her, and she just immediately started having a go at me. Place was trashed because the people had left it in a state. She was like, this is fucking disgusting. And I was like, I've got a giant suitcase here. Fucking put 2 and 2 together. This is university. And like, I had to go at her saying like, what the fuck are you doing getting in my face for this mess when I've clearly been away.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't. And then there's another
I'm clean. I've even got a little pincer by my toilet. Like, I'm clean.
Were you?
I'm prepared.
Huh?
Were you clean or were you? I was scum, me.
I wasn't like dirty, but I was cleaner than other people. You know, like I wash up my own dishes, but then if I come to the thing and it's trashed, like I'm like, I'm not gonna clean.
That's what I can't abide by. Like I just think like you're just so disgusting. Like I just like every time you've been to my and Beth's, like, it just constantly looks the same. It's like a fucking show home, but we don't try to make it like a show home. We just fucking move shit that shouldn't be in where it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if it's there and it should be somewhere else, we just put it there. Like we'll just. So it's. I feel like it's so easy.
Did you clean up loads growing up?
Oh yeah. It was a different level, man. My mum, she just never cleaned anything in her entire fucking life. Yeah,
so that's why
it became like a thing where like my mum would go to bed and like everywhere would just be messy, and then the next morning she'd sleep in and I'd clean everything up. Yeah. And it like when I think back to it, it was very like Annie. You know what I mean? like it shouldn't have been
little
like
orphan Adam.
Yeah. It was very like you will go to the ball.
I'm imagining you in the dress now.
Yeah,
like ginger curls.
You're welcome. That's
it's a hard knock life.
Singing out the window in Stockport. Yeah. My parents were too cushy with me, like with cleaning. I never really like. This is going to sound so stupid. As I said, I've always been a bit lacking in the common sense department. I've always been smart on paper, like past tests, good memory.
Yeah, that's a different thing entirely, though, isn't it? Like,
that's the problem with the education system.
I'm not educated in that I'm going to get an A star, but I can. You know, I know to get Beth to put a hand in because I can just pretend mine's too big and she's not going to argue with me.
Well, I'll just smush a shit with me bare hands. No question. That's how thick I am. But I got a first in uni.
Used to are like fucking Jack Sprat or whatever. You know,
what's this?
Jack Sprat can eat no fat. Don't know that nursery rhyme?
No.
You've never heard that? It's like where him and his wife, it's completely the opposites.
Sing it.
But because they do the same.
So we make one decent person together.
Yeah. Jack Sprat can eat no fat, his wife can eat no lean. something between them both, they lick the platter clean. So she could eat no meat and he could eat no fat.
So together, we are one functioning person.
As a functioning.
Apart with fucking
shit fishing.
So I have to fucking entwine my destiny with this arsehole. Is that what you're saying?
Basically,
you're welcome. Before we started recording today, I looked in the bag for the SD cards. I was like, fuck, I've left them at home. 5 minutes later, I looked again and I found them. Do you know, like last week?
That happens every time.
And then I went into Finn and was like, oh, I found them actually. And he was like, you did that last week, like the exact same thing. I said, yeah, usually Liam has them, and it's obvious. And I just said to Finn, I was like, you have the vibe. Like if me and you went on holiday, you'd look after the passports.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, I feel like you have a ring binder.
Just for
them. You definitely have a little plastic wallet, and just in case you have to fling you the fucking toilet or anything. But yeah, it's. But
I'm so stupid in other areas. It's like with cleaning. I genuinely had an epiphany one day when I was like, oh my God, someone wipes the kitchen down. So like I'd remember having that thought. Like I've got my whole life just like
thinking the kitchen was just like that.
Just not doing it and not processing that. Me fucking parents were cleaning up me shit, and then I moved out from uni, and then my housemates were cleaning up me shit, and I was like, I'm scum. I need to change. I didn't.
Yeah. No. I looked after the passports on a stag do, Paul Smith's.
Did you?
Stag do.
I mean, again, sort of like with me being the goddaughter to I keep going to say a name, but not going to, but like sort of like me being the goddaughter, lesser of the evils, innit? Like I saw Paul Smith's stag do.
But no, but we were in a hotel in Berlin. This is his first stag do. We went to, and he woke up to the, like the safes.
Yeah, the lockbox in the hotel.
The lockbox in the hotel room, and he just woke up to and that was me. Basically what happened was when I typed in the code to set it, I was pissed and I'd done it wrong.
Oh,
So when I remembered it, I was doing it right, but I didn't know what the fucking code was. And we had to I was like, this is the day we were leaving to the airport in like 15 minutes. And I was like, we need to get the hotel to open this. And these 2 Turkish guys came up and were like, they proper walked in and just opened the window immediately.
Yeah.
Stuck their head out. Because of the filth we've been living in for a full 3 days of drinking German Pilsner.
You were there with your fucking little pincer for your toilet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, mate, I've got this. Should I pay for the safe when I go on holiday? Because I don't. Like, I always just think like...
In the hotel?
Yeah.
It's always been included.
No, sometimes you have to pay for them.
I've never known that personally.
Mate, you need to go to better hotels.
Sometimes I do though. Like, but...
You got so offended then.
Imagine you getting you must be getting had off by this.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Go to the
I've
reception,
definitely
pay
had
for
to
it.
pay
Yeah,
for
you
it.
got to pay for the safe.
Like
I mean,
a
Phil's
deposit
not
of
really
like a 5 or a
sold
10 or something.
He's not really sold them, has he? It's not the best idea because things like that can
Because
happen.
I always just like I just put my stuff in it, but I don't lock it because I just think like it's because like I just think that if anyone's gonna come in, if anyone gets a key to come into the fucking room, they know how to fucking unlock the safe.
They're heavy, them though.
No, but like the hotel staff know how to unlock it. What happened when you rang the guy? He came and unlocked it.
To be fair, he came in and unlocked it, but he had to make a few phone calls. And
I was going to say,
he didn't just come in and was like, "There you go." he came in and it stuck his head out the window, and then we're like, "All right, we're gonna work out how to do this."
He was just trying to get a signal. The smell wasn't even bad.
They couldn't have made it clearer. They were like, "You two fucking stink." And
You too. Who was the other one?
me and Paul were in the room.
Just
We
you and
shared a room.
Paul.
Yeah, we shared a room, and then because everybody.
That's impressive because I thought it was like there was 7 of you, but it was just 2 of you.
There's 2 of us, and then like there was loads of people on that stag.
No, I know there's loads of people, but I thought you had a room for like 6 of you.
Oh,
and
God,
there
no,
wasn't. There was just 2,
just
and it was
2.
that bad. That's fucking.
To be fair, I thought the same as well.
Yeah.
This must have
Just
been
us
rather
2.
pungent. Yeah.
Everyone roomed off with everybody else. So we only were in one room.
How did you delegate that? Was it just the case of like pick apart it dead quick? Was anyone shafted?
It was like
did
schools.
anyone have to?
Yeah.
Sorry, go
Some
on.
people paid extra to stay in their own room,
Okay.
but like didn't have the money, so I was like, "I'll share with someone."
Yeah. And you just got
Me and Paul are good mates.
got lucky.
Spooned.
Did you?
I'm quite concerned about your stag do because I don't know your mates very well. I've met the odd one.
Are you
but,
going?
Yeah, and there's like.
Are you the only one that's not part of the friends group?
No, I've got a couple mates from work who aren't.
Yeah, and I
part
met
of the
them
big group.
I met a lot of them at Fringe, and
Yeah,
I used to
you've
do Tom's
met a
hair
good-
and stuff. So I know him. I don't know him, but I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
of him and stuff.
met
Enough
him
to be
before.
like comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like obviously I don't know who's who.
Where are you going?
At this point, like I'm in.
Well,
Where are you going?
I don't know.
He doesn't
I
know.
don't know.
Oh right,
Yeah.
secret. Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said to me
Going
you
turd
going?
fishing. Turd fishing in the
That
Atlantic.
could be one of the games we play. That would be great, wouldn't it?
That's one of
don't
the
wanna-
activities.
I don't want to play.
It's going to be good. Like I'm looking forward to it, but I'm concerned about who I'm going to share a room with.
Yeah.
Like,
Couldn't get your own room? Or
no.
No.
I'm very concerned.
We always put in the group, like people were like, someone was like, I snore loads, and someone was like, I don't care, I will fall asleep
Yeah.
during a.
How do you know if you snore loads?
People will have told you if you get to age 30 and no one's told you that you snore.
You're
probably
all right.
safe to assume you don't snore too badly.
Yeah.
But
There's a
do
in the pictures of the room, like there's there's not just one room, obviously that'd be fucking ridiculous, but in the picture of where we stay in, like there's a lot of double beds and there's also like a select few singles, and I can't tell you how badly I want a single bed.
Just say that then. Have you staked your claim?
No, well this is it. I can't be that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
you can.
I'm
You're
sure
doing
a
it
lot
now
of them
on the
listen
pod.
to
Some of
the-
them will watch.
Yeah, but this is going out on the 30th of fucking August. You gobshite. I've got everyone will have already staked their claim. Like that's going to be awkward. That innit? When we get to your stag do on like the 3rd or whatever it is.
Did you not
3rd of
see Spread
September.
Negativity episode 20?
Yeah. Well, we recorded that in July actually, so I get this bed. Yeah, I'm quite concerned that I'm going to end up fucking like spooning someone. I want you on my own because I don't know other people enough. Well, I'll happily share a bed with you because I know you and I know that you've got clean balls.
I'm going to call
You know what I mean?
dibs on my brother though. I'd rather sleep with my brother than any other guy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He's the
yeah,
least
that does
likely
make
to try
sense.
and fuck me. So
Yeah. I mean, having not met your brother, I really would not try to fuck you. I just want to put that out there. I don't know how less he would.
do
but
you honestly think I'm so fucking self-involved? I think any man I share a bed with will. Try
that's
and
like
fuck
that
me.
classic
Yes, I
like
am.
homophobic thing. Like, oh, what, Phil's gay? We'll get him away because he's going to bum me. Like, he's like, that's not really how it works. You've still got to be attracted to the person. And
say
I hope
that.
that's
4
a
gay
sound
men
bite.
tried to shag me this weekend. 4 gay men came on to me this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the
After
situation?
gigs. Not at the same time.
Oh.
Or separate incidents.
They pinned you against the
like,
wall.
We've heard you knew the Irish Bull.
Yeah. Imagine that they were just trying to sleep with me to get to the to my. I was like, you just go to his barbershop.
Yeah, I actually need a haircut. I might speak to you after this.
Do it, man.
Don't get a haircut off a porn star.
Why not?
He's good. He's actually very good,
No,
despite the fact I'm wearing a hat. But this because this afternoon I showered and then took a nap straight after I'd showered. So my hair was like, when I tried to do it, I was like, nah,
No, it's not working.
I'm gonna have to wash it again. I was like,
Throw the hat on.
Yeah.
I can't rock.
Surely you could get a haircut off.
Yeah, I'd usually do, but yeah, I have to drive to like fucking.
Yeah, been dead busy. It was great. Yeah. It was great when I didn't see him all the time because it's like, oh, it's an excuse to see me, mate. We go do something afterwards or go do a gig. Now I'm like,
now it's too frequent and it's also an hour away. So.
Sick of him.
Yeah.
Petrol's not
Couldn't
cheap,
do
is
a
it?
podcast where you microphone there and a
Is that
microphone
our
there.
first Patreon? Is it? Yeah.
There's genuinely
Getting a
like
haircut.
YouTube series of like fucking like barbers that do that, and it's like a podcast while the guy cuts your hair and shit. It's like.
Joe Aaron told us there's a fucking. He got tickets once to like a barber convention. It's like a fucking
mate, like,
pack out like an arena.
Yeah.
They put on Tiesto.
Where did I got it? Was it for Christmas or something? I can't remember where I said I got it from. It was probably made up. No, it wasn't. But like, yeah, it was like some sort of like fucking works gift, like off one of my old bosses.
What, they gave you a barber convention?
Yeah, it's like fucking like Glastonbury for barbers.
Glastonbury for barbers. Who's
Yeah.
headlining?
Probably.
It's like famous
probably a
barbers that
Turkish
like
guy.
do.
They have the monopoly on the area, don't they? That's like a common thing.
I'm trying
in
to think of
Liverpool.
a famous barber. I can't.
No, there is
Nicky Clark or something.
Yeah, there is famous barbers. They do like fucking.
There's like been shows and shit, hasn't there?
They do like Man City players' hair and stuff. Like the guy I go to, like he works with people that do like the City players and stuff, and like they're famous in the industry, but like you don't fucking know do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And also,
Is there a
Barbers,
circuit?
yeah, they all know. My old barber used to like look at he'd Instagram all his other barber mates.
Oh,
Like,
really?
the
Yeah.
barber. Oh, he'd be like, look at this one. He thinks he's ace.
So the way we see each other's clips pop up in that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like comedians.
so pathetic, isn't it? Like we live in a world where we just think our world is the most important world. Like when you
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
break it down, like why? Because I used to do that. Like, oh, look at that shit Fade he's done on theirs if he's posted that. But now it's just like, now it's like, oh, it doesn't even have a punchline. It doesn't even have a punchline. But when you break it down, like, why do any of us care? Do you know what I mean? Like he spelled the subtitles wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense. So fucking pointless. But in our world, it's the most important thing.
I
innit?
really hope you put out a clip on this episode. There's a spelling mistake. in
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He's going to purposely spell subtitle wrong on this clip that's probably going to go out. But like, do you reckon plumbers do that? Like, they defo do like fucking, you'll see TikTok videos of like people that have done decking. And a guy, he's like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell, that dovetail's a bit fucked. Like, oh, why do you care? Go and have a conversation with your wife. You've ignored her for a week. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you asked? Why does anyone care? It's so pathetic.
TikTok is weird. Do you go on it?
Mate, we had the funniest fucking thing happen to us. Can we talk about it, do you reckon?
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
so-
Who gives a fuck?
We posted a video with Jamie H.
Right, yeah,
We posted it a few weeks ago, months ago, whatever, and it's still sort of doing well. It's still ticking over with views, and it was him complaining that he thinks that roast dinners aren't real and that no one really likes them. They
They're
just pretend
overrated.
to like
Right,
them.
right,
Which
yeah.
basically says
Controversial
they're overrated. The
That's-
clip's done really well because obviously it's very opposing. Like some people agree, some people hate, and they all come together to have an argument, right? A fucking guy, a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers,
Right.
saw that clip and then like did a stitching on.
Yeah.
He basically like shared it and like added his own little fucking take at the end. And it was just the main hook of the video, and then it just cut to him going, "Can we not all agree that there's too many podcasts?"
That's a shout, yeah. There's only so many hours in a day.
Yeah. Right, yeah, like as if he's trying to listen to all of them. Like, there's two. Like he wasn't giving us hate. He was just like, guys.
How
just
many
stop
are
it."
given such fire roast dinner based content?
Well, that's it. That's it, right? My issue is with it, like you get some comments like that, and we leave them. Like that's what's going to happen when you're putting fucking clips out and stuff.
Yeah.
And if a random person said it, we go, oh, whatever. This guy had 1 million a million YouTube subscribers. He was quite big on TikTok, and I just commented on it because I went on his Twitter where he's also quite big, and I just typed in his and I also typed in the words mental health because he's like sort of like an influencer type. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And sure enough, it was just fucking.
The fucking
100
audacity of one of those lot
Wait.
weighing in. Influencers.
He was not like an influencer.
2 minute podcast. You're a fucking influencer.
Well, this is it. And he's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber.
Get the fuck out of it.
The fucking something everyone has an account for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like I say, I went on Twitter, typed in mental health, and I might slide in the fucking screenshots of it, because we'll just tweet after tweet after tweet of him going, people pretend to care about mental health, and then it's just other people just sitting on other people for no reason, right? So I seen all that, and I just commented on it and was like, hey mate, cheers for sharing this. Don't forget to keep being an ambassador for men's mental health while simultaneously shitting on smaller creators for no reason whatsoever. The guy replied straight away going, I wasn't like attacking you, mate. Like, I just don't agree with the roast dinner thing. And we just ignored it. We're like, you've been a shit house. He replied immediately. We can delete it if you want. I can delete it if you want.
Classic.
And I just didn't respond. Like,
backtracking.
You've been a shit house there.
Yep.
Anyway, he deleted the clip like fucking 10 seconds later, and then commented on our original video like, I'm really sorry about this, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you absolute shit house. I was sat there, I was like, because we weren't going to respond, but then I thought, I can't imagine. I said this to you, and I can't imagine imagine me and you had 1 million subscribers, and we just spent our Sunday evening shitting on smaller creators.
And you could be having
10,000.
a roast dinner.
I wish I'd have said that. Calm your tits, it's Sunday, go have a roast.
See, I've had that.
Oh, it's so funny. But genuinely though, like, you've got 1 million. Why are you fucking just shitting on people way smaller than you? He's gone. Oh, he goes. You just have to talk over it. You have to talk over it because it'll go for 10 minutes.
I've had that, not from someone with 1 million, but I put out a clip of me talking about people getting sick of their refugees they've taken in, and someone just put shite.
Sorry, just a bit of context. You weren't one of the people sick of refugees.
Oh no, I would have been by now. What I was saying was, if I had taken in a refugee and they were still living in my house, I'd be sick of them by now. I'm sick of house guests.
I don't like a house guest. The toilet. That's basically my relationship with them. It's a great bit, actually.
Olive.
It's a really funny bit.
Olive.
No bag.
Get the plastic bag off your hand. Get fishing. You're a guest in this house. I might be getting $350 a week from the government, but you've knocked the air.
Olive falafel.
But someone just wrote shite, so I looked on there, because I hate, like, I always think, if you don't like it, there's enough on the internet now.
Of course.
If you don't like it, just move on with your life. Go look at something else. And he'd written shite, and I looked at his thing, and it was like, he was anti-bullying charity.
Yeah, that's classic.
So I just went, good luck with your anti-bullying thing. And he was like, I'm not the one picking on Ukrainian refugees. And I was like, I'm not the one with an anti-bullying charity in me profile. And then he deleted his comments because he was like,
absolute shit hours. Like I say, we don't really respond unless we've got something funny to say, because we just think like it's part and parcel of it. We're not going to get upset about it. But just the fact that he had like say he was so massive and was just using his fucking platform to shit on other people. Like when I searched his name on Twitter, he's got a fucking absolutely dog shit hairline, and that he's being quite wet, saying like, people pretend to care about mental health, and then the first thing they say whenever I upload a video is how terrible my hairline is, like that. And I was just like, you fucking hypocrite.
And fucked it right up.
I've not got 11-inch cock, so. But yeah, man,
What scared me, though, was how quickly it taught me not to get on the wrong side of you, because what scared me was how quickly it all happened. It was dead quick. It was like, at the same time as stumbling upon this, like Aaron dug up there on him straight. Like, you had an agenda. You were like, let's fucking see how to.
No, because I could just tell straight away that because I went to his Instagram first, and I could just tell by how wet he was that, you know, he was going to be one of those people that just fucking pretend to give a shit about other people, but then also Beth knew who he was,
right?
Because like Beth's she was like big into YouTube like back in the day and stuff, and she still has a few people that she enjoys watching. But he's notorious for this, just being a knobhead about other creators. And the guy actually brought him onto his podcast and was like, "What's your beef with me?" And he couldn't tell him.
Yeah. And
it was for like a 90-minute episode. He was like, "You're constantly shitting on me. We're going to bring you in, and we're going to have a talk about it." And he just straight away just went, "What have I done?"
Yeah.
And he went.
But he went on it.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's the kind of thing you just turn it down.
Because this guy was much bigger than him.
Yeah.
So he wants to go on it because he's like, more publicity. But yeah, I guess it backfired. He was a gobshite. He was an
The
absolute
only
shit
comment
house.
that got to me, the only one that got to me was someone said to me, like I just have a uniform basically. I always wear like flannel
That's why we got
shirts.
merch. If you like it, let us know.
And someone just said, where'd you get your flannel shirts from? And I'm messaging him going, can you believe this fucking virgin? I'm going to go at me for me flannel shirts. And Aaron was going, just answer him. And
He's being sincere.
He's being sincere. And I'm like, Aaron's taking the piss out of me. But I'm like, I've got to save face here. I've got to like say something. So I just replied like, any supermarket that sells them. So like, it was half a joke, but it was also informative. That is where I get my flannel shirts. And he just replied
Pick up
like,
a bag while you're there. I've got shitty hands.
Hedged your bets there.
Yeah.
He just replied like, oh, sound. I'll have a look out in Tesco then. Thought it might have been an online shop. And he was genuinely just...
He was like the only fucking...
Yeah.
Like, we've had some shitty hate comments, but the only one Liam took to heart was the positive one.
Yeah, someone who actually liked the way I dressed.
like, where do I
Probably
get
the
that?
first person ever who saw me on a video and was like, I want to dress like that guy.
I want to go for the Al from Tool Time look.
That's a reference.
Oh, fucking hell.
Flannel shirt, beard.
But yeah, this
I'm
is...
sad about that one. Look up Al from fucking Home Improvement.
Well, this has been loads of fun, man. Thanks for coming on. If you're new to the podcast and you're watching because you've seen Phil's videos and you found the podcast and all that good stuff, then we do a section at the end called Off Your Chest where we invite the listener or a guest or anyone really just to get something off their chest. So, Phil, do you have anything? Do you want to share with us?
Things that I want to get off my chest. This was like, I don't know, something happened to me the other week that I've like still feel bad about, but like it's my fault. I got into is this like bitching about stuff?
Yeah, go for
It's
it.
like the fucking roast
do whatever
dinner
you
thing.
want, man.
Roast dinner thing.
Careful. I nab a 69 will come for you.
I want them to come for me and tell me that while Jamie's saying that, I think full English is a shit.
You fucking messing?
Yeah, I'm not.
I
think full English is overrated.
I
As a
like
breakfast
them if
food.
they're made for me. I can't be asked to make them. Everything's ready at the same time. It's graft. I can't be asked.
Right, okay. I can kind of back that. It is a lot of effort if you
I'll go to a
yourself.
cafe. I'll eat one. Love them. Love it. But
I
I'm
might
not
get
making
it
one.
occasionally, but they're shit.
But
No, full English, full like breakfast,
If-
because everyone's dead. Like
I
you
think
go to
it's better.
but
Ireland
you're
and the
ordering
Forster
it, you
fry
don't like it, like
Huh?
even if you go to like, so if you go to a breakfast place or a brunch place,
I think they're overrated.
what would you choose though instead? Do you like prefer pancakes and shit, or do you think it's all
Pancakes, I can see why people like pancakes. I'm not a pancake person myself, but I would go with like the huevos rancheros is a very underrated breakfast.
To be fair, that is a
There's so many
fire
good
choice.
breakfasts out there.
I love a Mexican, like Spanish style, but that I can't. I was absolutely fuming with you when you said full English is a shit, because I think it's just a go-to. It's a classic, and I do love them. But you're completely right there. People do not appreciate.
Do you think, like, on some level, that we like our food because we haven't really tried other people's food?
Yeah, English food is so
like,
bland.
you're like, oh, it's so shit, full English, and he's going, fuck it, I'll fight you, me, lad. What about the Spanish food? And you're like, oh, actually, yeah, you make some good points.
the Mexican breakfasts are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love like that bit of spice, and you get a bit of freshness
Yeah,
in that.
there's
Like
loads
some
of
You can
flavours
chuck in
and
some
stuff.
chorizo.
Whereas a full
or
English,
something.
everything tastes the same. Doesn't matter what part of it you eat. I
what I
prefer
mean.
after 11 when you get chips with it. That's when I prefer it.
Yeah, that's the thing about British food. It's terrible. People think this.
Yeah, it's
people
not
think
great.
this country is the best country in the world, and it's so not. Because the potential,
Even
it
when
has the potential, but it just doesn't live up to it at all.
Even when we do
Everything's
have
shit.
fucking other people's food, we make it shit. Have you ever been to a curry house and ordered chicken tikka masala? They want to skin you alive.
Yeah,
They have it on the menu because they know we're fucking morons, and we're just like, oh, it tastes a bit sweet and I like it, because that's what I get. I get that with a little sagaloo and that on the side. But like, they don't want you to order that. They judge you heavily. Like I went to a place with Beth, and I was like, genuinely, don't go for if you get a chicken tikka masala, don't go on like a first date or anything.
yeah.
Like to a curry house, because like the guy just like shot me down straight away. I said to him, "Can I get a chicken tikka masala?" And he just went. And I was like, well, that's your tip cut in half. You know what I mean? Like,
But Indian restaurants though as well, like you're playing it safe with a chicken tikka masala. I think like a jalfrezi in one place is not going to be the same as a jalfrezi in the next. You don't know what the fuck you're going to get. And when you read the menu says like onions, tomatoes, cumin, spices, and you're like, isn't that every fucking curry? What?
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
one am I
But
going
have
to
you
pick?
ever had like traditional Indian street food, like in the tiffin room or anything? Have you ever ate that? There's one in Deansgate. It's massive, and oh my
I've
god,
had a roti, lad. Who do you think you're fucking talking to?
Is what?
I've had a roti.
Oh what?
Roti.
All right.
Traditional. It's actually Sri Lankan.
Isn't that one of those things they slap on the side of they stick around in the like oven thing and slap it on the side?
Oh, don't the bread.
Is it bread?
You're making me question myself now. Do I know what a fucking roti is? Yeah, it's like a thin bread that like rolls up into, it's like a crisp on the outside.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one they'll have to like slap on the inside of the oven.
Really?
Like
on
on
those
the
clay ovens? And
Yeah,
shit,
like yeah.
Don't know, but
Yeah,
me and
slap the
you,
roti,
we're
like.
going to put it in the diary. We're going to go to the Tiffin Room in Manchester. It's fucking phenomenal. You'll never eat better food in your life unless you have a Mexican breakfast.
Yeah, I
it's
do
just,
like it full English.
genuinely, every time I've been, I've just said to the guy, like, I don't know what any of this is. Bring me what you recommend, and I've never been disappointed. It's fucking phenomenal.
That's sweet. Yeah.
Before we forget, what happened to you a couple of weeks ago?
I can't remember.
Sick, fair enough.
I went off on one on the.
Thanks so much for watching.
Then we started talking about food.
Yeah, now you're hungry. I'm pretty starving, to be fair.
Might go for a full
what were you
English.
going to say? And then we'll wrap it up.
Full English or a roast.
Not worth it.
Now, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say, my missus is vegan, and she loves like Indian food, but it's not very clear on a lot of the menus whether they cater for vegans or if they have any vegan options. And she's someone who panics on the phone. Like, she's just not. Well, she's different now. She's actually dead confident, but back then she was a bit quieter. And I was like, you just need to ask the questions. I can call up and ask, but I'm just gonna be a middleman between you and them. But she has this thing where when she's speaking to someone with a foreign accent, she really struggles to understand and doesn't want to be like construed as.
I thought you were going to say she's got that thing where you have to emulate the person that you're talking to. She's ringing up doing an Indian accent. Is it vegan? That's what I want to know.
I love that the old missus, the Scouser, is not like, she can't understand the Indian. Like, he's going to be on the other end of the phone, understanding her perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, in her defense though, she did like, she prepped herself. She was ready. She called them up. She was like, yeah, she had to. She was nervous about this sort of thing back then. She'd get anxious and she'd go, hi, I'm just calling to see what your vegan options are. And all I heard on the phone was a guy just say one word with a question mark at the end of it. And it was, meat. She asked what the vegan options were, and his only response was to say the word meat, the exact opposite of what she was asking. So, I mean, is she in the wrong?
Maybe he was just saying it as like a statement. Like,
That's
you can't
all we
stand
know.
vegans.
So I mixed up the question mark with an exclamation
You just hate it, like, have you got any vegan options? Meat! Leave! There is a place, before we wrap it up, there's a place in Ashton that Mick Ferry recommended. I think it's called like Lily's or something, that's a vegan Indian. And he said it's like Mick Ferry eats meat, but he said the vegan food in this Indian place is phenomenal. So go there. Anyway, have you got anything that you want to plug?
Just my social media whatnots. At I am Phil Chapman on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is different, but just type Phil Chapman comedian.
Yeah,
and then YouTube Phil Chapman comedy.
Sick. And you're posting all sorts of clips pretty much every week.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 stand-up clips a week, and then other content as well.
And also your monkeypox joke the other week. I don't know if you allowed me to say this, but it was fire.
Yeah, that was good fun.
Mate, we did the hot water open mic. He just wanted to try a bit out, and there was about 15 people in there. It was just when it was dead hot, so it wasn't like Dean does a great job with it, but on this one it was just a little bit quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he ripped it in front of 15 people, like lit the roof off with 15 people in a room that holds like 250. It was a fire joke, man. It was really good.
He lit the place on fire and blew the roof off, so he lit the roof off. That's what you just said.
Something like that. I'm trying to give him a compliment. You're making me feel self-conscious.
Smashed it, mate.
Yeah. He did well. Anyway, give us 3 things that you hate.
3 things that I hate.
Compliments you didn't ask for.
Refugees.
Indian restaurants. Full Englishes and not podcast people, YouTubers that shit on smaller creators.
Yeah, fuck you.